Right, here with the people's main event, Paddy Pimblett. Is that right? You think most people are showing up on O2
Yeah.
to see you,
like,
or are
no,
they seeing Tom Aspinall?
no disrespect to Tom, like, you know what I mean? No disrespect at all. I really like Tom. He's an unbelievable fighter, but I'm the one that most people are coming to see. You know what I mean? I think you'll see that on Saturday night when people start leaving after I win.
Well, when I saw you in Phoenix at UFC 274, I think was that number.
Yeah.
You said you didn't know if you would be here in London. So
No, I didn't.
What was the reason behind saying, you know what? Yeah, I'm going to be fighting in London.
I hadn't decided that I was going to fight yet. As you know, I was nice and chubby at the time. But I think this will be my last fight in the UK for a good few years. So I wanted to give everyone one more chance to come and see me in the UK and all before they're spending crazy money on flights to Vegas and stuff like that.
Mm-hmm. Why do you feel that way? This is the last one.
I'm going to be on pay-per-views from now on, me lad. I put too many bums on seats and sell too many pay-per-views to be fighting on a card what's on ESPN in America. Mm-hmm. I'll be on a pay-per-view next.
How do you feel about that?
It's just progression, innit, lad? It's where I'm meant to be. You know what I mean? I'm one of the biggest draws already, and I've only had 2 fights. I'll be an even bigger draw once I knock this clown out on Saturday. So it's going to be special.
Yeah, I mean, I was covering the sport around the time Conor McGregor was coming up, and when those Irish fans would come over, that is literally one of my favorite times of covering the sport.
Lad, don't worry, lad. There's going to be a Scouse takeover in Vegas, T-Mobile Arena, whatever it is. It's going to happen. I know full well it is. It's going to be unbelievable.
Mm-hmm. Well, and I think part of the reason, well, at least it kind of looked like it, and I was curious about, Paddy fight in London, is that it seemed like you had outgrown your contract pretty quickly. Was that one of the cases?
Oh, I've got a new one.
Was that?
I've got a new one.
Yeah.
Don't worry about that.
And you were very happy with it?
Yeah, I'm happy with this new one, lad. Don't worry about that. This is a sound contract, this one.
Good. I mean, do you mind talking about that stuff, or is that's kind of the stuff that you like to keep in the private?
I don't mind, lad. People want to talk about it, you can talk about it. But yeah, I've got a new contract.
Yeah. And was it the timing was about what you expected? Did you think that maybe after 2 fights that it would?
Yeah. Because obviously after 2 fights, especially when I fight with a crowd. The first fight was in the Apex. When I fight with the crowd, you realise who the boy is. You know what I mean?
Mm-hmm. And when we're talking, just a little bit on the topic of money, one of the coolest things I thought that you said last time we were in London is that if you reach Conor McGregor money, there's not going to be a kid.
No, there isn't. I promise you. Like, food banks in my city will get funded that much that they won't need to do that. You know what I mean? I'm still in the process of making my own charity. I've already got the name there, Paddy's Little Baddies. So we're flying.
When you say something like that in London, and it was just a great quote. I think a lot of people took notice of it. Did anybody reach out and say, hey, we want to work on this with you?
Yeah, I need to go in and see a few people in food banks, to be honest, and start helping out. But as I say, I do a little few donations here and there. I need to go to an actual food bank and help out there. But as soon as I thought, I went to the States, and like, it's happening again this time. As soon as I fight, I'm getting home Sunday. I'm going to Wales for 2 days with the missus and the dog, and then I come home from there. I'm going to Dublin on Saturday for the weekend. Then I come home from there on Monday, and I'm flying to Chicago on Wednesday. So I'm a busy man, lad. And then I'm in America for the whole of August, and then I'm going to be home for like 2 weeks, and I've got to go back to America. So I'm a very, very, very busy man at the minute.
Yeah, I mean, yeah, you've been traveling all over the place. I mean, you're staying active inside the octagon.
Yeah.
In terms of just helping out your city of Liverpool, though, how important is that to you? It's one thing to change like your life. I imagine it'd be pretty satisfying to change a lot of others.
It means a lot. You know what I mean? Like some of the messages I get, like obviously I don't share them or nothing, but some of the messages that I get when I look through my requests, they mean more to me than winning fights. Some of them, lad. You know what I mean? People saying, "Oh, glad you've mentioned mental health. You've got me through this. Oh, glad you mentioned the charities." Like charities have got on me saying, "Oh, since you said that, we've had so many more funds raised. People are getting more involved." So stuff like that means a lot to me.
Mm-hmm. Justin Leavitt, you've talked about him a lot this week. Why do you think that? Why is it Justin Leavitt?
See, it just shows, doesn't it? No one knows who this crab is. His name's Jordan Leavitt. You know what I mean?
Oh, sorry, Jordan Leavitt.
Just shows what an absolute bum he is, and no one even knows who he is. He had 12,000 followers when the fight with me got announced. Now he's got 30. Yeah. That's just because my haters following him. But it's going to be hilarious, lad, when I absolutely flatline him and put him to sleep. Because he's got nothing for me. I don't care where the fight goes. Wrestling, I'm a better wrestler. Jiu-jitsu, got better jiu-jitsu. Striking is non-existent. Mm-hmm. He's got a little farty ass leg kick. That's about it.
Well, I have to apologize to Jordan Leavitt because he's actually from my hometown of
Las Jordan,
Vegas,
you're a bum. You're an absolute
has had
bum.
a UFC career, and you have said that he comes into fights and He's there not to lose. He's not there to win.
He's not
has had he has had finishes in his
He's
career.
had a finish. One was against Matt Wyman, who should be in an OAP's home. Should be in an old people's home. Know what I mean? Matt Wyman was on Ultimate Fighter Season 5. I remember watching that when I was 15. Like, he is a bum. Give me Matt Wyman after I've beat Jordan Leavitt. And then the other one who he finished, the fat featherweight, who got twisted by Bryce Mitchell. That shows how bad that dude's ground game is. Like, don't come at me with these finishes when he's finishing crabs. He couldn't even finish Tay Ogden, lad. Me nan could finish Tay Ogden. She's dead.
So how does it feel when you see him saying that he's not impressed by you? That
Lad, it's funny because he's just talking all this. The funniest thing is, his head's going to fall off when he walks out. He's only ever fought in the Apex. He's never fought with a crowd. He's never fought with 17,000 people supporting the other person. His head's going to fall off, lad. Like, it wouldn't surprise me if he's have to get a mop out to clean up off the mat after batter him.
Can you continue to fight exactly the way you are against everybody, or is there going to be a difference in your style a little bit when you start to face the absolute top guys of this division?
Of course, you'd have to evolve. You know what I mean? And I've evolved even from my last fight. I know I have. Funny thing is, he's going to come out, try and single leg me and hold on to a single leg. I've been training with I have a Division 1 wrestler come over for me camps, lad, Jason Blair. He fights at welterweight. He's a Division 1 wrestler out of North Carolina. He wrestled at 84 kilo. You think this crab is going to even test me when it comes to wrestling? Lad, it's mad, lad. People think he's got good grappling, he hasn't. He's just a weirdo, just like me. I'm a weirdo. So I out-weirdo him.
Is it going to be one of those situations where you said before that if he has any measure, any degree of success against you on Saturday, that you were going to be very frustrated with yourself?
Yeah, anything. Like, Luigi Vendramini knocks him out and submits him. Kazula Vargas knocks him out. He'd probably out-grapple Vargas, yeah, but he probably wouldn't even finish him. He'd just sit on top of him for 3 rounds and do nothing and make it a boring fight. The type of fighter he is. He doesn't come to win. He comes not to lose. I dare him to try and stand with me. I do. I dare him to stand with me, and we'll see who goes down first. Because I won't be shooting no takedowns.
Because you believe it's your last fight in London, will you, you always seem to embrace the moment and soak it all in. Will you be doing even more so?
Yeah, of course. I'm going to soak it all up, as I always do, and feed off the crowd's energy. And as I say, that last time it was a submission, and there was still a big party atmosphere. Watch this time and knock him clean out. Watch the crowd go bananas. It's going to be special. Yeah.
So last thing for you then, if maybe we do see it at the end of the year, Paddy Pimblett in Las Vegas. What will that look like, the fight week of Paddy Pimblett in Las Vegas?
It'll be like it is now, lad. All the cameras on me, no matter what the main event is. All the cameras will be on me all week. I'll be the one doing all the media because you know who the boy is. I am the main man. It's simple. Like, who gets hits on social media on the UFC like I do? No one, not even the champs, lad. And after I knock this fool out on the weekend, it's only going to keep rising and rising. And that's what I plan to do.
That's what you've been saying the whole time, and you haven't been wrong yet.
I've been saying it for years, even when I wasn't in the UFC. I've been saying this, and it's all coming to fruition. I've visualised it, I've imagined it, and you're all going to see how much I can prove myself right and prove the haters wrong. And I love it. Yeah. Well, makes me feel good.
I'm not the only one, man. I'm very much looking forward to Saturday.
You know that, fella.
Thanks for watching ESPN on YouTube. For live streaming sports and premium content, subscribe to ESPN+.